dear children, welcome back to our class. This is the second part of the lesson 12. What is our lesson name? Reproduction in plants. In first part we already studied asexual reproduction. In second part sexual reproduction. There are two modes of reproduction. Then asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction means the plants are obtained from without seeds. Sexual reproduction means the plants are obtained from with seeds. Then sexual reproduction. Then flowers, which is the reproductive part of the plant? Flower, which is the reproductive part of the plant is flower. Then flower is the reproductive part of plant. Then different parts of flower. What are they in 6th class? You already learned. Then different parts of flower: sepals, petals, stamen, and pistil. Then petals means the color part of the flower. That means this red color part of the flower is called petals. Then sepals means this green leaf-like structure is called sepals. This color part is called petals, and the leaf-like structure, that means this leaf-like structure green color is called stamens. Then pistil. Pistil means female part of the flower. That means in reproduction take place two parts there, male and female fusion to form next generation. Then pistil is the female part of the flower. It contains stigma, style, and ovary. Then stamen is the male part of the flower. It contains ovary and ovules. It consists of filament and anther. Then in your textbook, page number 137, these are the parts of flower. Then first we study petals means the color part of the flower, and sepals means the green leafy like structure. Then next is pistil. Pistil is the female part of the flower, and stamen is the male part of the flower. Then stamen consists of anther and filament. This tube-like structure is filament. First portion is anther. Then pistil consists of stigma, style, ovule, and ovary. What are they? Stigma, style, ovule, and ovary. These are the parts of flower. And flower is the important part in our plant, because flower is the reproductive part of the plant. Then types of flowers. Flowers are two types: unisexual flowers and bisexual flowers. What are they? Unisexual flowers and bisexual flowers. Unisexual flower means the flower which contain either only the pistil or only the stamens are called unisexual. That means unisexual means only pistil or stamen. Only pistil or stamen. Then bisexual flower means both pistil and stamen. Both pistil and stamen. Understand this? That means unisexual means only one, or male or female. Then bisexual means both pistil and stamen. Then the flower which contain either only the pistil or only the stamens are called unisexual. Example: corn, papaya, and cucumber produce unisexual flowers. Then bisexual flower means the flowers which contain both stamens and pistil are called bisexual flowers. Example: mustard, rose, and petunia have bisexual flowers. Another one, no pistil, stamen is present. Stamen is no, pistil is. That means only stamen. Stamen is male reproductive part and pistil is the female part. Then only stamen male, but no pistil there. Only pistil female, no stamen. Then next is anther. What is the function of anther? Anther produce pollen grains which contains male gamete. That means anther produce male gamete. Anther produce male gamete. Example, this flower inside some powder there. This powder represent pollen grains. This powder represent yellowish color powder represent anther. Then gametes means reproductive cells or sex cells. Then internal structure of ovary. This ovary, this reproductive part of pistil contains stigma, style and ovary. Then internal structure of ovary. This ovary is the lowermost swollen part of pistil. That means this ovary is the lowermost swollen part of the pistil. This ovary is cut into small buds there, small powder shape there. These are called ovules. Ovules are small bead-like structures inside ovary. A pistil consists of stigma, style and ovary. The ovary contains one or more ovules. Ovules contains female gamete or the egg. Ovules is represent the female gamete or egg. Then anther produce pollen grains. Pollen grains means yellow powder. There pollen grains produce then male gametes. Anther produce male gametes. Pistil or ovule produce female gamete. Ovule contains female gamete or the egg. Then sexual reproduction requires fusion of male and a female gamete. Then sexual reproduction is represented fusion of or join of male and female gamete. Then next is pollination. Pollination, then how to plants transfer pollen grains to one flower to another. The transfer of pollen from the anther to the stigma of a flower is called pollination. That means which anther transfer to stigma of the flower is called pollination. Then types of pollination. There are two types of pollination: self-pollination and cross-pollination. Pollination are of two types: self-pollination and cross-pollination. Self-pollination represents if the pollen lands on the stigma of the same flower. It is called self-pollination. Stamen is placed on lands on the same flower is called self-pollination. It's named as self-produce. Then cross-pollination means when the pollen of a flower lands on the stigma of another flower of the same plant or that of a different plant of the same kind is called cross-pollination. That means this pollen lands on one flower to another is called cross-pollination. Then pollen lands on same flower is called self-pollination. Understand? Same flower pollen lands self-pollination and pollen lands on one flower to another is called cross-pollination. Then some pollinating agents there. Example, wind, water and animals. These can pollinating agents. Pollen grains have a tough protective coat which prevents them from drying up. Since pollen grains are light, they can be carried by wind or water. Insects visit flowers and carry away pollen on their bodies. Then who are the carriers of pollen grains? Wind, water and animals. Then or insects. Then next is fertilization. What is the meaning of fertilization? Fertilization means the fusion of male and female gamete. Then female and male forms to zygote. Zygote means embryo. It forms into zygote. The zygote develops into an embryo. What is fertilization? The fusion of male and female gamete is called fertilization. Fertilization takes place with an zygote. The zygote is developed into embryo. Then next is fruits and seed formation. How to form a fruits and seed. Then after fertilization, then this how to form a seeds and fruits. After fertilization, the ovary grows into a fruit and other parts of the flower fall off. The fruit is the ripened ovary. The seeds develop from the ovules. The seed contains an embryo enclosed in a protective seed coat. That means we have to put seeds in soil there. It grow into small plants, again grow big plants, then it catch into flower. This flower inside seeds there. Fruits inside seeds there. These seeds again grow into new plants. Then next is seed dispersal. Then how to go the seed from one place to another with the help of wind, water and insects or animals. The transportation of seeds from the parent plant to different places is called seed dispersals. The transfer of parent plant to one place to another is called seed dispersal. Then different ways of seed dispersal is already said. Then water, wind and insects or animals. Then wind carry these pollen grains from one flower to another flower. Then water, it can float into these seeds and it stay in any soil there. It is grow into new plants. Then next, these are the agents of seed dispersal. Understand this section? Understood? Then once more, what are the different modes of reproduction? Asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. Asexual means without the seeds, sexual means with the seeds. Then types of flowers, unisexual flower and bisexual flower. Unisexual flower means only male or female present. Female is pistil and male is stamen. In some flower, female is present, male absent. Then some flowers, male is present, female is absent. Then bisexual flower means both pistil and stamen present. Bisexual flowers, female and male present. Then next is self-pollination and cross-pollination. Self-pollination means pollens land on same flower. Then cross-pollination means pollens land on one flower to another. Then seed dispersal of agents, wind, water, insects or animals. These are the some important part of the lesson. When understood this lesson, our lesson is finished.